Hello and welcome to Swan Racing. Apologies for the lack of videos in the last few weeks. It's basically we had a big push to get the Saxo ready for Boxing Day. Got there and then we've just been chilling for a couple of weeks and now we're ready to rock and roll again. This season's coming round. We've got track days booked in for the Focus and the 106. So we've got to get push on here and get this car sorted out. There's various bits to do. You may see lurking over my shoulder a head gasket. That's 5-cylinder 2.5 litre Volvo head gasket, so that can only be for the Ford Focus. So we've got a bit to do there. Loads to do really. Made a start on AX sleeper, which may end up not being quite so sleeper because I've got 205 GTI alloys on it at the moment, which are a bit of a giveaway that is something else lurking under there rather than a 1 litre carby. So yeah, there's videos to come up on the AX, there's videos to come up on the Focus, more track days. I need to do an update on where we got to with the Saxo because there was massive panic at the end to get that car ready for Boxing Day. So yeah, I'll tell you the story now. So the videos led up to, I think it was Donington track day, which was a test session. All went well, all seemed to be going fine. We had it on the rolling road the day before, made that 190 horsepower I think it was, which was a bit lower than I expected, but it seemed healthy enough. Survived the day on the rolling road anyway, so that was good enough for me. Got to Donington, seemed alright, going well. It was a wet, miserable day, so handling-wise, didn't really get much of a run out on it to test it out. Didn't try out the slicks or the big anti-roll bar which I'd got for it for the day. But mechanically-wise, it all seemed to be going all right. Gearbox held together, which is a weak point on the Saxos. But although we've changed it for Quaife gear set, so I was hoping that would improve the durability, which it seems to have done. Gripper diff in there. So yeah, we basically got to Donington, did a few laps, happy days. Towards the end of the day, went out, engine made a bit of a funny noise, so eased off, and then it blew a hole in the side of the engine. Conrod snapped, threw loads of bits out, and that was the end of that. So in the week or so between the track day and Mallory, I got a new block, well not new block, but I dug a block out from underneath the bench, had it rebored, new pistons, new rods, standard crank, used the decent head, which I'd obviously put in the big valves and all the rest of it, and the solid lifters, so put that all together. Got the JP4 specific pistons, which may have explained why it was only 190 horsepower, which I was expecting it to be sort of over 200, 210, 220 maybe. The pistons are different in JP4 engines. I didn't realise that, to be fair, until I ordered some and they turned up and they're different, so different to what was already in it. So that would have resulted in lower compression on the previous engine, the 190 horsepower engine. So it probably does need, well, it does really need rolling roading again, but we didn't have that opportunity. So basically, I put the engine together, went out, fitted an oil cooler, which we hadn't had at Donington, which may explain why it failed, because we didn't have any gauges fitted before. So on the newest engine that I was racing for Mallory, I've fitted the oil cooler, which we always used to have. It's a hindsight thing. Don't know why we didn't have that fitted before. But anyway, installed the oil cooler. Now I've got gauges, the SPA, nice digital gauges in the car. Went out for the practice session at Mallory, which was all fine. Didn't really give it any beans because I was trying to run it in a little bit, and on Mallory Park Boxing Day there's no time, well there's no grid qualifying as such. You basically are gridded up in the order of receipt of entries, so it doesn't matter what time you do in practice, you get gridded in where your entry came in. So I think we were something like 15th on the grid. Anyway, whatever happened, we would be 15th on the grid. So I used the practice session to run the engine in a little bit, and then first race went out and had a rubbish start, really bizarre. I'm usually good at starts. I had an absolute shock of a start. I thought I'd started in third gear or something. I thought I'd put it in the wrong gear. Don't know. Anyway, off the line, absolute garbage. Just bogged down. Maybe the mapping, because I'll say it needs mapping for those different pistons, different compression. Anyway, bogged down. Lost loads and loads and loads of places. Made my way back up, battling back to about, I don't know, 13th. Probably dropped to about 20th, 25th off the start. Got back to about 15th, and the oil temperature, I had a look at the gauges, and it was absolutely sky high. Reading about 125, between 125 and 130 degrees. So I had to ease off, hold station basically, and finished 15th. So for the second race, repositioned the oil cooler back where we used to have it when I was racing in the stock hatch, so right down in the bottom part of the bumper, and got a crap start again. So it wasn't the wrong gear, it's just bogs down on off the start. But anyway, battled back up, fighting my way through, having a really good race. Car was handling fantastic, really stable. I mean, I don't want to say whether it's the big rear wing and the splitter that I fitted, but I don't know, it felt really stable. Anyway, conditions were really poor. Heated screen I'd fitted was just barely able to keep the mist away, so I was really pleased that we went out and got the windscreen, which was a bit of an afterthought really. I had to shoot over to Tamworth and pick the screen up myself, get it back and fit it myself, but I'm really pleased I did. Battled back up, temperatures was really stable, and finished the second race in 5th, so that's really good. I mean, the first couple of cars were sort of ex-touring cars, stuff like that. There was a couple of Civics ahead, one Civic ahead which I was catching, so if there was a few more laps, or I hadn't had such a crap start, I probably would have finished 4th or maybe even 3rd. So that was excellent. The tyres we used in the wet were just bog standard Rain Sports. Again, these cars ahead, the only things that beat me were on proper racing wets. So yeah, it went really well. I was really pleased with that. So currently the Saxo's just in the garage now. Haven't been out in it since. May get out in a track day soon, but like I say, we will. That's basically what happened, and why there was no videos, because we didn't have time. Enough time to make any videos. I had an engine to throw together, throw back in the car, get it running, get it to the track. Like I say, on the day it wasn't brilliant conditions for making videos. Pissing down with rain, cold, chucking it down, busy with like I say, repositioning oil coolers and checking the engine over and all the rest of it. But anyway, the end result was really good. So we'll make some more videos on that one. That's just a small update. Reasons why we didn't have any videos in the meantime. Like I say, we spent a fortune on the Saxo. Loads of stuff I probably shouldn't have bought. Slicks and wheels, new wheels and slick tyres. I was praying it was going to be dry, but it wasn't, so I didn't get to use them. Thick, massive anti-roll bar from Spooks Motorsport. Again, didn't get to use it. Untested because it was wet at Donington, wet at Mallory. So we don't know whether that's anything good. So that's probably 1,500 quid's worth of stuff that we didn't really need. Pushed about out and got those gauges. I dread to think how much I spent on it to get the car. Pistons as well. I had to buy a set of pistons, didn't I? Pistons and rods. So that was 800 quid. I just wouldn't dare add it all up. Fortune. But anyway, that ends this video now. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for subscribing. We'll get more videos up. So we've got loads to do on the Focus, block mod, exhaust, head gasket, cam belt, clutch, and then we'll be back out track days. Cheers.